Okay, and today I'm going to show you how to use your custom GPT or how to use AI to quickly help you get together the content for a landing page. In this particular, we have a process called clarity sessions, and you'll get to see how I work with my team in that we quickly design and capture content and go back and forth a little bit and end up with perfect, compelling messaging that understands your brand, and in this case, for our landing page. We're wanting to refresh this particular page. I'm going to share the URL with you in a minute, but the essence of a clarity session that I do for my clients is that I download their genius basically via an interview. And then from that exercise, I take that content, it becomes formulaic marketing and branding building blocks of a knowledge base. And then from that, we design a custom GPT that becomes their, now they have an assistant that thinks like them, who understands their mission, their vision, their content, their customers, their niche, their products or services. And then it becomes a very powerful tool that helps them, or technology that helps them to do the things they wished they could, assuming they had someone to brainstorm with that just gets them right. So that's the intent of this. Here is the page, and based on what I've shared with you, I'm looking for suggestions on how to update this page and make it more compelling and quickly connect with the reader's internal struggle, meaning that I want them, the reader or the visitor to this page, to feel understood and see how this fits in their future. Okay, when I looked at this, Give me two more really good headlines to consider other than feel misunderstood by your own marketing. These folks that I'm working with, they started their business several years ago. They kind of forgot their why they started it. And then when we do these sessions, it's very therapeutic and they get inspired and then they take advantage of these. And this helps them. A leader has to be in the moment all the time. When someone asks them a question, they have to have an answer. And it's exhausting. And um, how cool is it that you could have someone that you could go to that is your thinking partner and that you can strategize with, but it takes the burden of having to know everything in the moment when maybe you don't feel like it, but that it's there. And oftentimes you even put things off that require some thinking and um, revisiting the reasoning behind why you're wanting to do something. And it's nice to have this process that helps lift a lot of things or minutia or things that you would put aside to do later. You can quickly attack it. A brainstorm partner, this angel on your shoulder that's always eager and happy and without any resistance that helps you overcome whatever it is that you need to do. Just there's some more context. I don't know about lay groundwork for tools that execute like a second brain. I'm not sure what that means. I think we need to be more clear on that. Oftentimes I've explained it as that I'm going to download your genius. We're going to get it organized and into a knowledge base, and then we're going to bake it in some technology that's easy to use for you to create strategies, plans, content, posts, proposals, communications to stakeholders, etc. I like the from chaos to clarity visual section. I'd like some more of those to add to that. Someone that maybe doesn't understand what a GPT is, they may not understand what you don't need a bigger team, you need better leverage on your own thinking. We can say that better. But make it simple to someone who may or may not understand what a custom GPT is. The Think of it like cloning the best version of your clarity. I think clarity is discussed in here, but I don't think everybody's thinking about clarity. Clarity is empowering. What's that quote? Knowledge is power, but a thinking partner is more powerful. And again, I want to speak to there's three problems we're trying to solve. Hey, I started this business and I didn't realize I'm gonna have to be really good at marketing and branding and sales and have all this content that's clear to be a good leader. I have to have my thoughts clear. And so the external challenge is I need to be clear in what we believe, what our mission is, why we do it. Your internal struggle is I always have to be on and I always have to know everything. And oftentimes I just wing it and I don't feel like I know everything. That's the internal struggle. And then the philosophical struggle is I got to be on top of this while I fight fires and learn all these new things like technology. That's the unfair philosophical aspect of it. So considering all of this, give me a refreshed version of that with my notes. That's pretty good. Oh, that's even better. These are really good. I love this little visual block. So this one here, you're the brain in your business, but what if that brain had a backup?
Mhm.
I think that's great.